All right, we are live on YouTube and StreamYard right now. If you want to join me, ask questions. All right, so far, just me in the chat. So we're going to talk about macroevolution. We're going to talk about abiogenesis. We're going to talk about atheism, fundamental pitfalls and fatality and logical absurdities that uphold that position. And atheism is a position. You just say otherwise is just real stupid. I mean, if atheism wasn't at a position, we wouldn't be able to have debates about it, right? So, in order to have a debate, you have to have a position. So, maybe atheists need to step up their philosophical game and logical game, for that matter. So, I think atheists are kind of interesting. And I think they're mostly philosophically inept. I think most atheists are philosophically inept, which isn't the setting to remember. I can't find this one. I can't find out about something that hasn't started. So, Willie, let me ask you this: when did you find out that the questions you're asking are absolutely insane, asinine, and stupid? When did you find out that the questions you ask are stupid? And your question is also circular. You're reading the premise and from the conclusion. So if you're going to come on my channel and ask a question, you should at least have some semblance of decorum. So, Willie, when did you find out your questions are idiotic, moronic, and ask? All right, wrote in the comment section right under you, Willie. Maybe time to take your meds, bud. So yeah, Willie, when did you find out your questions are idiotic, moronic, and asinine? All right. Okay, well, answer my question then. When did you find out your questions are idiotic, moronic, and asinine? I mean, just like you're the typical internet troll that asks a bunch of stupid questions and you don't make any points. You're not making. Oh, you found out that you asked stupid questions yesterday, but you're still asking stupid questions on my show today. Are you an absolute like? Are you an idiot? Yeah, it was quite revelatory. It was revelatory the fact that you were an idiot. And if you're going to accuse me of being a moron, then back it up. What makes you think I'm a moron, really? I mean, if you're gonna make a claim, then do the thing. Go full circle. Back it up. I made a mistake yesterday, Willie. Oh my God! If you're talking about that thing with me and Aaron Rod, then just screw right off, man. Because I already admitted that I made a mistake. Making a mistake is not an equivocation to intelligence. I was running on no sleep. And I made a mistake. I admitted it. Like, geez, man. Are you atheists always like, as soon as I make a mistake about misunderstanding, that all of a sudden it makes me a moron? Like, are you that stupid? Are you that dumb to think that because people make a mistake makes them dumb? Like, if I catch you on a mistake, I've already caught you in making a mistake in my channel today. So like, dude, like, have some fucking self-awareness. That's the problem with people like Willie. You have no fucking self-awareness. No awareness at all. Willie has no awareness. So you found. So what was relativity? Because of your mumblecore. That's not a response. I mean, I don't talk and mumble. I speak plainly, clearly, logically, and reasonably, as I am now. There's nothing to. Okay, you think it, but what you think and what you can prove are two different things. Now, I do. Okay, Willie, right now, am I giving you any indication that I'm not a logical, reasonable person by the way I'm speaking right now? Is there anything to you to indicate right now, the way I'm speaking to you, indicates that I lack in logic, reason, or any other kind of faculties to navigate through life? Bet you won't even answer that question. And if you do, I bet it'll be an epic fail, and it'll be revelatory about how dumb you are. Prove I lack logic. Like, make it up. I was saying, of course, I was saying something. I never say nothing. And the difference between me and you morons is that I actually back up my claims. You just make fucking claims without backing them up and think they're gonna pass. That's not how it works, Willie. If you're gonna make a claim, then back it up. Otherwise, like, there's a. Oh, you just want to. Oh, so and you wanted to be the one who called me stupid. So you're just being an idiot. You're just being a troll. You're trolling my comment section on my StreamYard. How classy. That's not how it works. We're not even talking about Noah's Ark. Man, you're so like. Are you capable of sticking to one topic at a time? We're talking about look at the top of my screen. We're talking about atheism, macroevolution, and abiogenesis. Now, if you want to talk about Noah's Ark, you can talk about that in your own time. But for the purpose of this show, we're talking about atheism, macroevolution, abiogenesis. If this is too much brain work for your little pea brain to handle, then you might want to get out of this show. But this is my show, it's my channel, and right now, if you could look at the top of your screen. All right, well, you believe in spontaneous generation. So, hey, Nitty. So, Willie, you believe in spontaneous generation. You believe that life came from non-life, carbon came from non-carbon, and that everything came from nothing. Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Yes, you do, Willie. If you don't believe that God exists, then your default would be abiogenesis. That's the best explanation for the origins of life, which is still insane. No, it's not. If you look at the definition, it'll say abiogenesis is spontaneous generation. That's one of the definitions of abiogenesis, and it's not a straw man. You can't take God out of the equation. Your only alternative is abiogenesis at best. You can't. Okay, Willie, tell me this then. How did life arise? Well, I mean, I suppose you could believe whatever you want, maybe. Sure, it is what? Oh, then how is it a straw man, Willie? Willie, go take your meds, bud. You're off your rocker, man. Life is an arbitrary distraction of particular functions. We could set the mark. No, I just want someone to answer me just straightforwardly. How did life arise? How did life start? That's the question I want answered in my show today. How did life start? Willie, you're so wildly irrational. It's mad at me.
Yeah, sure.
This is what atheism does to the brain. Atheism causes brain rot, and Willie Funkum is a classic example of someone who can't think. I mean, look at this coming. Like, does this resemble any kind of logical thought? It's kind of just insightful. Willie's just your typical garden variety atheist. He doesn't know his ass from hole in the ground. Like, we don't. Here we go. We don't know. So If you don't know, then you can't know that God didn't do it. Your entire argument is self-defeating, circular, and begging the question. Yes, you are stupid. I know. Actually, I disagree. Atheism definitely makes you more dumb than you already are. How did you know that God did anything? How do you know that God didn't do it? How do you know that God didn't? I know that God did because revelation. I've done several videos on atheism on my YouTube channel. You're more than welcome to check them out there too. But atheism is done. Is I know that God is alive and real because science proves God undeniably. Observation proves God undeniably, um, and that the Bible has been proven. Like the natural world attests to the truth of the Bible. That's how I know. I know that God is real. I know that God exists. I know that the Bible is true. Jesus saves, and that there's never been one person be able to debunk the Bible. Now, of course, there are people that will say there's all kinds of evil things or the bad things that happens in the Bible. The bad things happening in the Bible doesn't mean that God is bad, or that maybe there's a reason. What's the scientific evidence for God? Well, it's induction, evidence. Okay? Scientific evidence is not the same thing as scientific proof. Just so we're clear. So there's over 8 billion people on the planet. Two people have the same two fingerprints. There's over 3 million light-sensitive cells per eye. The brain makes over 1 billion calculations in a second. Cells are irreducibly complex. DNA is biological code. Code requires coder. Um, and there's just and you see an order in nature in universe. The gravitational force is precisely where it needs to be for the conditions of life. The sun is also in the perfect distance from the sun, from the earth. That for a little closer we'd fry, for a little further we'd freeze. You don't ever. By the way, you don't ever have to make me a mod. I don't recall making you a mod, but okay. I am looking for a mod. Okay. Oh, okay. By the way, though, speaking of mod, I am looking for a moderator for my June. What's it called? Okay, that's right. I gotta pull up a calendar for a second, folks. It's in June. I think it's the 15th. So, maybe not. Oh. So June 15, I got a debate June 15, and I need a moderator for that. And I need a moderator for June 15. If anyone's interested, I need a moderator. Well, actually, Gary might be doing it, but my buddy Gary's moderating the debate between me and Ken on June 3rd. But yeah, should be good. I'm going to be debating London Storm I'm debating London actually through Modern Day Debate. So that's going to be epic. And then so obviously Justin, whoever in Modern Day Debate is going to be it's going to be the mod for that. Oh, everybody wants to sin, myself included. I need a moderator though for my June 18 debate. No, that's not right. My June, I think it's June 15. June 15. So yeah, I need a moderator. I need a moderator for my June 15 debate. I don't really care what worldview moderates it, as long as the person is fair. That's the only thing that matters. If you're going to be a moderator, you got to be, you need to act in a way that doesn't push your ideology, but is fair to the people who are debating and also to the audience who may be listening. Attentively, I think the debate is supposed to be. I'm trying to do it possibly 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, it's supposed to be probably around there. Maybe that's what I'm hoping for. Probably 10 to 12 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time, June 15. June 22, I have a karate tournament. So that'll be good. So if anyone wants to ask me a question. Well, how do I know that you have kids? What's the evidence that you have kids? I'm totally ribbing you. Let's see here. All right, let's continue with the stream. I want to talk about macroevolution. Now, of course, in my video on YouTube, what is not evidence of God for you? That's a good question. I would just say that not everything we can use to infer God. Like, just a lot of example. Like, I give you evidence. That's a good question. What is not evidence of God? I would say sin is not evidence of God. Evil behavior is not evidence of God. What else? I think any kind of sin is not evidence of God. I think any kind of pagan worship is not evidence of God. What else? I think the way that most people live their lives are not evidence of God. Hopefully that satisfies your answer, Nitty. So, it's 10:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Dundas, which is just a little town just outside of the city of Hamilton in Ontario, Canada. But yeah, so let's see. Let's just try. I'll convey that to someone who asked that question. I think that's actually good. Okay, thank you. That's a good question, though. What do I consider not evidence of God? It's good to, because usually, our brain wants to work that way. Also, I'm just going to say, last night I had a fantastic kickboxing cardio training at the dojo that I tried out last night in the east end of Hamilton. It's called Determination Martial Arts. It's east end of Hamilton, Ontario. If you're looking to try out a martial arts studio in Hamilton, that would be a good one to do it. There's lots of gyms, good gyms in Hamilton. Another one is Fleming Martial Arts. It's in Dundas, Ontario. Yeah, but I don't think sin is. Yeah, you could say that, but I don't think sin is necessarily indicative of God. Because we have to agree that sin is a violation against God and His standards in order to come to that conclusion. Depends on your theology and divine psychology to work with that. Yeah, that's true. But not everything can be. like this movie existing. I just got this from the library earlier today, for a week if I want it. This movie is not evidence of God. Yeah. This movie is evidence that there was intelligence that obviously went into the casting and the production of this movie, and that the people who made this movie had to have intelligence. But this movie alone does not prove the existence of a God on itself. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So I think we have to be careful about, a lot of Christians. I was pretty bad with it myself for a long time, which is give horrible arguments for the existence of God. And personally, I don't believe in him still just because, well, I have the intelligence to make a movie. I don't have the skill set or the fund or the budget to make a movie, Willie. The other thing is, a movie is a lot of people and a lot of time, and I have time, but I don't have the budget to make a movie. So there is that. So yeah, I definitely have it. And well, I mean, I might be getting into a little bit of acting on the side. I just actually just happened to run into a dude from that actually has his own production company, and so I might be getting into a little bit of acting at some point, which would be kind of cool. Just a little side gig. Actually, Willie, I did make a movie in high school, which was like 26 years ago. Well, again, I'm working with limited technology at the moment, Willie. So, me, I don't know, edited my videos. Well, I mean, there's a difference between working with a bunch of people to make videos and working with a bunch of people or working by myself to make a video, working with people to make a film. I think you're not understanding your own attack. It's not that I can't be bothered to edit my videos. It's just that I don't see the necessity to edit my videos because one is like my YouTube subscription is not that large yet, and two, if I make a mistake in a video, I mean, I'm just these recordings that I'm doing wherever the hell I'm doing them, and I don't feel the need to have myself presented perfectly. I think there's yeah. See, see, like says the guy who falls for the irony of his own words. Man, atheist or something else. I didn't say video editing wasn't easy. It's just something I'm not particularly keen on doing right now. Willie. But anyways, if you want to be anal about the quality of my content, that's your prerogative. But I don't think it's necessary to be that concerned about the quality of my content when I don't think my content's bad. Like, that sometimes I just won't edit my stuff because I don't see the need to do so. Could my videos use some editing, some tweaking at sometimes? Sure, of course, why not? I I don't make I don't put content on there to try to persuade people. The only reason I make content is one is I'm a follower of Jesus, but and I make content that I believe aligns with my worldview and epistemology and philosophy and ideology and faith. There's no question about that. But just want people to think. I'm just trying to help people think through things, and I'm trying to get people to engage the intellectual playground of philosophy and religion and so on. And I think that what I try to do is present why I think is a good argument and why I think is a not a good argument. And at the end of it, it's just like, well, this is what I believe to be true. Now, I have no problem with people pushing back. I have no problem with people saying whatever the hell they want. I mean, it's a free country. It's a free world. Say whatever they want within reason. I'm not advocating for being willfully obtuse ignoramus, but I'm definitely advocating for freedom of expression. And one of the reasons I do debates is because I think it's a healthy way to have that free exchange of ideas and beliefs. And and when I do debates too, just so we're clear, I'm not trying to change my interlocutor's mind so much as I'm trying to give the audience something to stew on, to really think about it. So I think it's important that we give people time to process things, time to. And I don't think that happens much anymore. That people are given time to think, or it's funny. Most people think they have to respond to everything that's said to them, and you don't have to respond to everything that's said to you. Nor should you. Not everything that's said is worthy of a response. Second thing is you have to understand how human psyche works, right? So if we say the same thing but two different ways, that obviously doesn't work. In terms of say, hey man, how you doing? Hey man, how you doing? You see how I speak and how I flip my facial expressions and inflections would be indicative of a change in how the same thing being said, a change in how it should be processed, interpreted. So bear with me, friends. A little bit on the slow side. I had a good time with my dinner. I had dinner with my family yesterday. And I also had a good time with my pastor talking about a few things yesterday at the church. All right. So yeah, that's my contention. Okay, so we talked about macroevolution. I said, so change it genetic limitation of species. Commonality doesn't prove common ancestry, and what's the other one? Yeah, evolution is basically time plus chance equals matter. Abiogenesis, spontaneous regeneration, is ridiculous. Hasn't been observed, therefore it's ruled as scientific altogether, and it's an insane process. So yeah, should probably get some rest now. Obviously, it's getting harder and harder for me to keep the eyebrows open. Again, gonna get in shape, do martial arts and fitness, and I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. It's been Slice.